PTG, Proxy Table Gaming. We are here with another battle report. I am Hyper G. He is Lucky Sixes.
Ciao.
Is that hello or goodbye?
I think it's both.
All right. Okay. Well, that's the end of the video. So
ciao. You later.
Yeah. Very good. I like it. That might not work. Anyway, right. Let's do it anyway. Let's just retreat. We can't have a 20-second report. It could have been a short if we'd done that. What's going on?
Let's crack on with Massacre. We have my warriors versus Vermin Swarms. Now, Vermin Swarms are an army I don't think I've faced.
No, I don't think I have
ever, really, which is odd because we did the book report.
Yeah.
But so we are back to normal. Objectives and stuff, so it's counter thrust, capture the flags.
But you can't fly though. You can't fly.
But I can't fly. That's why I think it's normal, because it didn't affect me in any way, shape or form.
Yes.
Which
you were sensible.
Some would say is good list building.
Some would.
If I even looked at the objectives before the thing. Anyway,
I did see on your piece of paper those chimeras scribbled out.
Yeah,
though.
right.
So
that's it. So this is my list. As we know, 3 chosen lords, 3 chosen units, 1 big block, sorcerer, and some lust warriors, which I'm still looking to use somehow. I don't. I understand their concept, but I don't understand how I use them properly. So,
which one? Which unit?
The lust warriors.
Oh, okay. Well, the 10.
Yeah.
The dregs, the leftovers.
The leftovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yep, this is Vermin Swarms, so you will notice that it's 5,211 points. It's not, it is 5,000 points when the thing, but there has been an update.
But he's basically got majorly nerfed since then.
He's been majorly left. Essentially, though, it's worse. It's basically the Doomspark devices have got more expensive.
Yeah, as they should, arguably.
I think they've gone up. I want to say like 50 points each or 75 points each or something like ridiculous.
Right, sure.
So most of that, if not all of it, is the Doomspark devices, to be honest, with a few little tiny ones here and there. So don't worry too much about that, but it's good to know.
It is.
His list: big Ruinous Dictator, Pontifex Maximus is just getting the Awaken spell, Awaken the Swarm spell. Avatar of Favana is he is
I don't know.
Multiple wounds and swift stride. So again, it's another one where my infantry are like, he's strength 6. He's only got like 4 or 5 attacks. He's not like loads of attacks, but it's strength 6, AP 5. So, and he's quite high agility. So multiple wounds is quite a scary thing for me. The Swarm Priests, basically, they're all apprentices with Holy Triumphant, Triumvirate, and Silesian Pantheons, which
that's cool.
Basically, they can choose a different lore to normal, and they, as an apprentice, they have adept worth of what they can choose, basically. Yeah. And he's chosen 3 of them because it's a really good rule. He's got Rod of Battle. He has got Whispering Bell on one of them, but otherwise pretty cheap guys. And
Swarm Priests or Skaven casters can never be masters, can they? Because of this rule.
No.
So that is the counter to it, if anyone's wondering. They can't be upgraded to masters, but the level below is slightly more powerful than normal. Basically.
Yeah, sure. I think one of them is Divination, or maybe it's the Ruinous Dictator, actually. But I remember something. The reason I think that is because he's got like 4 casters, and I remember his range being affected by it. But I don't know whether I'm making it up. But yeah, big unit of Black Fur veterans with Eagle standards. So the other thing I'm going to say is the Eagle standard, for people that don't know, is basically an awesome BSB that gives minimised thing, which is and he's got 3 of them. So he's got 3
absolutely.
BSBs which give minimised as well. So so they really do, it says low leadership, it's not.
No, it says strength, forget strength in numbers. It's now just I've got high discipline everywhere.
Yes.
Well, not high. I've got rerollable minimized discipline now. or whatever. Yeah.
So that was pretty good. So yeah, so he's got that. He's got lots of bodies, big unit of Fetus Brutes, 3 Doomspark devices, some Dreadnought Chariots, and 2 Arena Beasts. So lots and lots and lots in there, as I guess you would expect for Vermin Swarms. But I was a little bit worried going into this that with the Doomspark devices being able to shoot and the amount of other shooting stuff that he's got. Through the Shadowfur Stalkers, etc. The amount of magic he's got, and the fact that he's got chariots as well, is not really good for Chosen. So, yeah, it's quite a good counter. But still, I thought if I can get into combat and maybe his impact hits are swingy, right? So they're either really good or, So let's hope I have a good day against him. In terms of deployment, I kind of just dropped. I'm not sure, did I drop? Because I'm remembering what happened. I think I dropped for second, if I'm honest.
Okay. Is that because of low range on his shooting?
I don't know.
Not really.
I think I wanted him to move towards me, if I'm honest.
Okay. Because counter thrust, so he has to be a certain distance away.
Yeah. So I mean, most of which I think. Yeah, I remember. I definitely went second. So I don't know.
It looks like his units on the left of the picture have caused your units down the bottom left to be further away.
Yeah, he put an Arena Beast up early, and I put some Chosen. So basically, he's got on one side, he's got 2 Arena Beasts plus stuff against my Chosen. On the other side, he's got all the chariots, and I mean all the chariots, which. Yeah. I can't take that many chariots impact hits, so we'll see what I can do. So I've got my Chosen on the sides. I've got my Lust Warriors at the bottom of the hill, and my big unit in dead centre. He's got Arena Beast, Black Fur Veterans with some slaves in front. The
Veletates.
The Veletates, yeah. The Dictator with the artillery behind him. Some other guys. Some other guys with the bell, the big brutes, some more Veletates at the back in that specific thing, so that the standard is on the very right as you're looking at it too.
Nice.
His whole bubble is everything is getting. I think apart from the chariots on the right, but I can't touch them from range, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
Then the 3 Doomspark devices and the chariots on the flank.
Yeah, so, just for anyone who wants to comment on my pronunciation of Veletates, I'm just taking it directly from Rome Total War. I don't care if it's right. Feel free to comment.
That's what they're based on, right?
Well, exactly. Well, who knows? But I know that you're calling them Veletates now, because Velites doesn't sound... They're Veletates as far as I'm concerned. Deal with it.
Yeah, slaves. I'm still slaves.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. As I said, he does go first, and moves up fairly aggressively on the flanks, but doesn't really move in the middle. Doesn't need to.
That Doomspark triple cannon thing is nasty.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise anyone to know that they're 17.9 inches away from me, so that they can do the shooting thing. But in magic and shooting, I want to say, I think I combine this because they do 8 wounds. To my Chosen. Well, I can't take that every round, so they minimal shooting stuff over here.
There's slings, I think, over there.
Yeah, it does 1 wound to them. And we move on to my turn, and I can't hang around on the right. I was pretty sure this is what he was going to do anyway, because he can reform no problem with the Eagle Standard stuff. So I double charge, basically double fleas, leaving his chariots to charge.
You're flapping in the wind.
It's all I've got. I could either do that and risk him, or just push some of his units away, or stay there and die.
Yeah, or march forward and then die.
I've literally got no other option whatsoever. Yeah. So that's what I do. And he flees over there. I don't declare anything on the left. I just move up pretty aggressively with the Chosen, leave my Lust at the back, because I need to take... like with that, his whole flank is going to move over to me. Like, I need to push him into doing everything on his next turn. Otherwise, I stand literally no chance. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the Arena Beasts are both going to go into one of the units. I just need to kill one. And then I actually think it's pretty much in my favour.
Okay.
He can minimise what goes on what sort of thing, so he won't.
Yeah.
He'll have 6 guys and 4 guys.
Yeah.
But it's still 18 attacks. You know, it's still on one. So let's see. But yeah, I mean, it's ultra risky because I have to be ultra risky. Really, I move up. I don't march in the centre because I don't want any flank charges. Otherwise, I just move up really.
Yeah.
Get rerolls.
Ancestral Aid?
Yeah. No. Oh well, I don't know which one it is. I think it's the rerolls to wound, but it might be rerolls to hit.
Okay.
Then he charges in. And he charges all 3 in. Stupidly, I leave a flank here. I was a bit annoyed at myself.
Yeah.
I kind of just moved forward and was like, all right, charge me. But then I was like, oh, that's really silly.
Sure, because two chosen are going to kill, what, 5 of them?
Well, it means one of them has to go against them and taking away attacks on the arena beast. So, yeah, sure. I just annoyed I didn't pivot myself because that's actually that sucks. Yeah. They all get in obviously, and it doesn't look good, does it?
That's a nice demonstration of Warhawk's beauty there.
It is. And the devastation probably coming my way.
Yeah.
Over here they all get in. So I mean I've now got so 3 has to go on the side, which means I've got 7 guys going forward now. So 21 attacks. So it gives averages. I think I hit on 3s, wound on 4s.
And then he's got his fortitude.
Yeah, so I don't know. You do the maths.
Nope.
But I'm not like overly unhappy with that. These shadow stalkers, I think they're called, come on through the tunnelling mechanic.
There's more? There's more rats?
There's even more. And they're just put in front of me to chosen to keep me at bay for now, I guess.
Yeah.
And he marches up one of his units to chaff. I think they're slaves, big unit slaves.
Yeah,
again, to chaff my main unit with his Fetis brutes coming in. I guess he's hoping to be steadfast. I don't know.
No, he's literally just holding you there. I think.
Get some wheel turns off on me. I'm pretty sure I think that's wheel turns number 4. I'm pretty sure I saved my dice for it, but if not, I wasn't too bothered. Does some shooting. I think is 4 more wounds on them.
Gosh, that's pretty good.
For AP naught stuff, is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened was he rolled the impact hits, so 3d6 plus 1 or plus 3, I guess. And he got 13, which was all right. It was pretty good.
So
and he
the
did
lower side of average.
11 wounds from those 13.
Strength 5. So wounded on possibly, 3s with a 6 up.
I only had 12 wounds left in the unit, so it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm guessing did he take wounds from dangerous terrain or?
Don't know. I might have been my one guy going back at him.
Okay,
if I'm honest.
Sure.
So, but yeah. Not much to say on this blank. If I'm honest, I don't think I played it badly. He had the tools to deal with them. So
yeah.
Over here, and
ooh,
this sucked balls.
Yeah,
so
I was actually looking at the 5 wounds on the arena beast and thinking to myself, that's good.
It is, but I'm one off.
Yeah,
I go first. I'm one off him not attacking at all.
Right.
And I mean, I lost. What is that? So 6 of 12 wounds worth. I mean, there's a thunderstomp and 4 strength 7 attacks from one of the guys. So you're kind of thinking
it's a big difference.
Instead of 12, I probably lose 8 maximum. And I've done. I would have done 8 wounds just from these 2 alone. So yeah, it sucked. And unfortunately, I didn't get the break test, and I fled. And I was thinking it's because of that 1 extra wound.
Yeah, so I mean, if that arena beast dies, he loses the attacks of the arena beast. You don't take anywhere near as many wounds. You probably win combat and make the arena beast flee off. Or
Potentially,
is it unbreakable?
Yeah, potentially. I can't remember whether they're unbreakable, but the guys on the right aren't. They would be steadfast. It's just I shouldn't have left the flank. It's literally as simple as that. If I don't leave a flank, I think it's a lot.
Well, they might not have been steadfast if you hadn't lost so many wounds.
Yeah.
On the flank.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although he does have 2 ranks. So, but yeah.
Is it 5 left? Oh, there's 5 left on the back. Yeah, no, true.
But yeah, that sucked. They ran, and off the board they go, and basically I have no flanks now.
Yeah, the Arena Beast isn't unbreakable, so it is literally the case of one wound.
It is, and I think like if I have my chosen on now my turn, ready to pop him, this flank could have changed the battle completely. But as it was, he obviously chose to charge from the flank flee from the flank as well.
Yeah, that was a good spot.
So,
who are you playing, by the way?
Gareth Willis.
I don't think we've mentioned him. Who is this?
He's currently top of the group as well, so I shouldn't be too worried that I'm losing. He's a very good player. So I was just gutted. I left the. I didn't even look at it. I just. So there we go. This is what it looks like at the end of his turn 2. Bearing in mind I haven't had a turn 2, and I've lost 2 chosen units.
Oh my lord!
Nearly half another chosen unit, and I've got wheel turns on my main unit.
This is not looking good. On the plus side, Ancestral Aid is number 4.
Well, there we go. It's a moral victory.
That's a tiny little plus side. We were right about something.
So. Onto my turn, and a few desperations. I charge my warriors, my lust warriors, into him as well as my chosen, thinking I've got potentially some overruns. He does 2 on the stand and shoot,
cheeky.
Which is I'm like he's got loads of cover.
How did he? Has he got?
Yeah, there is that one line of sight with like 3 of them.
Oh, on the lust unit.
Yeah,
sure.
Because this is a
I see it,
hill. But yeah, and I was just like, oh, as if I'd done 2 wounds from that. Anyway. All get in, they wipe them out, and I overrun thusly. So I sort of go into the flank, which is good. I guess from that point of view, I could have maximised. Could I actually? I think if I have maximised my Lust Warriors, well, I'll show you. So the Arena Beast has a charge, and I'm pretty sure if I maximise up a bit,
sure,
I
could have shifted slightly up.
He wouldn't have had a charge. I was actually looking at the other one, making sure that the other one it was out of line of sight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I could have, but there's that.
I suppose they're smaller bases than you, aren't they? So it might have still left a gap. But
and then he gets the big Black Fleur veterans in my flank.
Although, could that Arena Beast see your unit over the other Arena Beast?
Yeah, because there's this.
So of course. Yeah, I'm being silly, yeah.
But so I mean, it's like a 9 charge there, but there's no reason why you shouldn't do for it.
I can see what's coming though.
And they get in.
Of course they make
it. He's clipped with his Arena Beast. He's got this Arena Beast out of the way, so I can't do anything to him. It's not going well, I would say.
No, it's really not.
But there you go. He wipes the floor with the Lust Warriors.
Yeah.
Over here, right, he does get wheel turns off on me. I'll be honest. However, my chosen unit do 4 wounds.
With what? I don't know. How many did you have? 7? What, 21 attacks?
I had... No, I think it was more. I'm going to check because we've got time. It was 7. So, 21 attacks. So... hitting on 4s, winning on 4s is about 5 or 6. But I just didn't see it. I actually let it off because I was thinking, well, if I get rid of these guys, then I've got the Verminous Dictator, and hitting on 4s, winning on 4s is probably better.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was on the higher version as well, so his Vermin would have been wounding me on 4s, which is great. But that wheel turn is
built for chosen.
It's also built for Vermin Swarms with,
of course it is.
What's it called? Life is Cheap. So he does I think 2 wounds to me. I do 4 wounds to him, which means we draw.
That counts as 2, yeah.
He's got a charge, I've got a standard, so we draw. I was like,
what?
I just stunned. I was stunned. It's not too far off, to be fair. I think lower side of average, but I was like, oh my days, I can't believe it.
I mean, what was he not casting in order for you to let that off? Or what was he casting? What were you dispelling?
He's got loads of spells. He's got about 8 spells. I can't remember.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The little guy in front to stop me. One of the 100-point apprentices. I charged, thinking I'll overrun into the fetish brutes. Why not? It doesn't matter at this point. No. And I get rerolls to hit off on my chosen. Just let's get rid of them. Let's at least get some points in this battle. And rerolls to wound off on my main brick for future.
You've lost a few warriors. How did they die? Is that
it's the Doom Sparks. It's the Doom Sparks that are now free reign.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Oh my lord. Forget about that Runeless Dictator, mate. You got bigger problems.
So these Sandstalkers, or whatever they're bloody called, Rat Stalkers.
Yeah, Shadow Stalkers. They were originally.
It was just like, oh, goodness me. So
this is hilarious.
They do like 4 wounds to me, which I'm like, they'd 8 be naught, I think.
Yeah. What are you, 4 up armor?
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on, guys, what's going on? I do like 2 wounds to him, maybe 3 back, and he wins combat.
Of course he does.
Because of Life is Cheap, and
looks like you fled about 3 inches as well.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I
mean, Chosen aren't very practiced when it comes to fleeing, but
yeah, well, I don't know whether this is just a bad matchup and I didn't realise, but oh my days, I'm getting punked.
Well, his unit must be worth what, 200 at most?
Yeah,
yours is like 700.
I obviously killed the 100-point apprentice. I overrun and I get an inch away. Which means
that doesn't make much difference, I suppose.
It looks like I've created this lovely art spider from war.
Yes, you have.
Actually, it's 7 charges.
Only 7, not 8.
Only 7. I mean, this is his turn 3, 4. I can't.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty, and I do have rerolls to wounds. So.
I was going to say, do the unit charging in the front, Mamillos, are they brutes?
Yep.
Do they have impact hits?
No. But they have a shed load of attacks. But
yeah.
Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. So they pretty much all get in, apart from that one on the right, because it couldn't.
That's
fit,
beautiful.
Just because it couldn't fit.
Right. I mean, Gareth, what were you thinking, making a silly charge like that?
What an idiot, right?
Yeah.
So the Vermin Dictator is not in the rear; he is in the flank, if that matters in any way, shape, or form. So here we are. We are into this an overview. I don't know why I don't know overview. This is an overview.
Covers it in one picture, yeah.
But yeah, there's another overview of just what he's doing. He's just pottering around everywhere else. He gets I don't know what the number 2 thaumaturgy is, but he gets
Rot Within, is it?
Rod of Battle off on him as well. I think I stopped wheel turns.
Smite the Unbeliever.
Smite the
Unbeliever. Increasing his strength by the looks of it.
Sure. So here we are. On to the last picture of the game. Yes, we're already there. So it was actually quite a lot to talk about in this last picture. So this is after combat. So we'll do a quick. This is before combat.
Yeah.
This is after combat. So
there are some missing on his side.
Quite a lot missing, actually. The white numbers around are the wounds I did. The 2 yellow numbers are the wounds he did. So before we get into that, though, he declares a challenge with his Verminous Dictator, who is the multiple wounds guy. However, he's only got, I think it's 5 attacks, right? So I'm looking at my lords. I'm like, he'll be hitting me on 4s, wounding me on 3s, and then I've got I want to say a 6 up and then depending on who goes, maybe like a 4-up or something like that. So I'm like, if he gets maybe 1 wound for it, he has multiple wounds, but like if he doesn't roll the 3, then I'm good, right?
Yeah.
I can attack back, and I should do some wounds to him actually, because he's not the most defended. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, my burn important chap is, if he gets to swing, will murder this dictator, and then that's the general. That's some points, right? So I'm like, okay, well, let's go for that, because I just need to survive. He's basically like hitting me on 4s, so four, let's say 5 attacks. I think it was 4 attacks actually, down to 2. Winning me on 3s, 1 probably goes, and then he just needs to not roll a d3. He rolls the d3. He does exactly what I said, and then rolls a 6. And I'm like, I was literally 1 roll away from surviving and going back on him. So I die. So I'm like, okay, that's rubbish.
No, that's a shame.
Then it's my attacks, and then I realise how stupid it was doing the multiple wounds guy in that combat and not letting him just go on the brutes. Because he's got 5 attacks, hitting on probably 2s, wounding on 3s or 4s. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then it's multiple wounds. So he won't have any saves. I could potentially do 15 wounds to that brutes unit. I know that's over the top, but like, why have I sacrificed? Why don't I just sacrifice the champion? What an idiot! So that's my big mistake, really. Because if my very important guy goes against the brutes, I've actually got a chance in hindsight.
Yeah,
it's hindsight though, because I thought at the time I just want the general. Like, I'm dead. I just want the general. He kills my whole unit for 18 wounds. He kills my burn important lord for 3. So he leaves him on 21. As at the top, he's got a charge flank, big flank, 4 rank standard for 29 combat res, which is pretty good. However, my guys actually go back, and so his chariots, when they die, explode. I see that, and my guy on the right goes for his chariots, kills the chariots. They do, for each one that dies, they explode. And that's where all the wounds come from, essentially. Because the Vermin Dictator has 2. His Arena Beast at the back dies. So 4 wounds out of the 4 needed, which is crazy. Do a wound on him, the chariots die, and my chosen lords or the warriors or whatever go for the brutes to try and minimise their attacks as well. So I have 9 against the brutes, 5 on the flank, 2 on the Vermin Dictator, 4 from the Arena Beast, and now he doesn't have a rear. The 1 on the what's this one? The Doomsbark device, I think. And all in told, I was only 4 down.
But is that including the life is cheap thing?
Right, so
life is cheap,
including life is cheap. So
sure.
The brutes don't have it.
No, so it's only the unit on the left.
So it's only the unit on the left. So the 5 go down to 3. So I'm actually 23.
Sure, but it is.
So I'm down by 4, 6. So my leadership 9 goes down to 3. I'm re-rollable.
And of course you are, because warriors just get a BSB all the time. Why not? Carry on.
And I roll a 4.
Oh.
And that's why it's the last picture. But then that's what I'm saying.
You mean you didn't outrun all of them to get away?
I didn't. No.
And win the day later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's the big mistake. Obviously, if I have my burn important going against the brutes who don't have life as cheap, I do more than 9 wounds.
Yeah. Although looking at the spells, you said you think witchcraft. You said you thought it was smite the unbeliever on the brutes, but that's a hex spell, so I don't think it is on the brutes.
So it'd be on me.
Maybe.
I have got rerolls to wounds though, so it's -1 strength, but I'm rerolls to wounds. So
or it's the occultism spell and it's giving them a 5 pages, but I'm not sure.
But so it's one of them. It's obviously a 20-0. I do get some points, but I didn't really get them. The
Doomspark blew up and killed
the whatever chariots are called thing. So it was a complete maul-in. 2 real mistakes, I would say, on my part. 3 if you count letting wheel turns go. Although at the time I thought that was it's one of them. I still think the Chosen should win that. I still they shouldn't get run down by 10 Stalkers. I don't think. Even with wheel turns, but that's by the by. Obviously, leaving the flank on my Chosen on the left, and then the challenge not doing a champ, because the champ was always going to die from the amount of attacks coming in.
And then combined with the fact that you're 1 wound short on an arena beast,
that
just compounds it.
Sure. Like that, so there was I made lots of mistakes. He played very well deployed, way out deployed me, but he was always going to.
And strangely enough, it seems like he had his front line of units and probably expected them to die, and then he would finish off with his second line. But his front line did bloody good, so he didn't need his second line until the final combat.
I think realistically, having the 6 chariots or the 3 chariots in Doom Smart devices against the Chosen is always going to end the same way. Again, if I don't have that unit in the flank on the other side with the Arena Beast, I think I win. But even with that, if I get the 1 wound on him, I have a serious chance of winning over there as well. So it's one of them. I chalked it up to not knowing too much about Vermins, but I think I played very, very loosely as well, seeing just how much they outmaneuvered me and outnumbered me and outmagicked me and outranged me and all that stuff. Which is, I guess, one of the biggest drawbacks of this list is that you can only play one way, and if someone has the tools against you, you just have to hope hope they can get through. So they've got a lot of they've got high agility anyway, and a lot of agility stuff as well, which obviously sometimes goes against the Chosen. But I don't think there was too much I could do, but if I don't make those 2 mistakes, I think the battle goes potentially a lot differently. So it was interesting, really, really fun battle anyway. Me and Gareth had a good chat. It didn't last long, so the chat at the end was probably prolonged to the time. But it was a good game, and unfortunately a big loss for me. So
end of into the last round.
End of game 3. I'm basically I need a 20 or I'm out, basically.
Fair enough. Okay. Good stuff. Well, not good stuff, but a good chance to see Vermin Swarms.
It was.
Like you say, their book's been around a while now. Neither of us have had a chance to play against them. It's really weird. We need to get Stat Rat back on his Vermin Swarm, don't we? And start playing them. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Lucky Sixes, condolences. Sort of.
I know.
And we'll go into round 4. So you need a 20 or a big win at least in order to progress. I'm still technically in. I think I'm in 3rd place now, but I'll go into that in my report. And we'll see whether we can get into those top 2 spots and qualify for the quarterfinals.
Yeah, man.
Great. Like, share, subscribe, do all that. Comment, give us some thoughts, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yes, man. Ciao you later.
Nice one.